What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rod and welcome to the channel. So today's video I'm going to be talking about how to navigate through an airport. Now I know for a lot of you might think that this is common sense, but believe it or not, I actually have many subscribers who have never traveled before or never even stepped foot in the airport, and they're a little bit nervous about traveling. So I'm doing this video by request, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to get through an airport with no problems. All right, but before I start, hit that like and subscribe button. All right, you know what to do. All right, so for the first step is checking in for your flight. They typically say a rule of thumb is 2 to 3 hours before your departure time. All right, 2 hours for a domestic flight, 3 hours for international. Now, if it's some big holiday like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or Memorial Day, something where you know the airport is gonna be packed, you definitely wanna get there at least, I would say, around 3 hours early, because those lines, they can get out of control. So yeah, make sure that you get to the airport on time. This is very important because you don't want to be running through the airport and miss your flight. All right, so when you get to the check-in counter, they're going to typically ask for your passport and then your final destination or where you're trying to go to. So, and then they'll print you off a boarding pass. They also going to take your bags. And so there are 3 different types of baggage that you'll take when you're traveling. You have a check bag, you have a carry-on, and then you have a personal item. The check bag is the bag that goes underneath the plane, and that's usually the biggest. All right, there is a weight limit, so depending on the airline that you're flying with, they all have their own different sizing requirements. So just make sure that your bag, it meets the weight requirements and is not overweight, because what's gonna happen is they might ask you to remove a couple of items out of your bag and put it into your personal items, or they might charge you extra. So just make sure when you pack in, just keep that in the back of your mind. And if you got any questions about the specific weight limits for the airline that you're traveling with, just hit me up on Instagram. The next part you're gonna go through is TSA, so you're gonna get your boarding pass. TSA is pretty straightforward. You're gonna get in line, you're gonna go through the checkpoint. That asks for your ID again, just to make sure that you're actually getting on the flight. All right, so once you get through that checkpoint, you're gonna go through the screening area. The screening area, typically they make you take off your shoes in most cases. So you take your shoes off, any belts, jewelry, electronics, things that's gonna set off the metal detector. You pretty much gonna put this in a bin. Sometimes they make you take your laptop out the case. Sometimes they don't, so just pay attention to what they gotta say. Now guys, I'm gonna be honest, this is probably my least favorite part about traveling, because the TSA agents, they typically have really bad attitudes. So don't be alarmed when you see this. A lot of these people, you know, they deal with hundreds of people every day. And yeah, they can be some assholes at times, but that's just part of their job, right? So once you put everything onto the conveyor belt, you're gonna go through the metal detector. Sometimes they have like a body scanner that might make you stand in. All right, and then once you go through that, you're gonna get your things, put your shoes back on and your belt and all your jewelry and stuff, the stuff that you had to take off. All right, last but not least, find the correct gate number. Now this is the part where people might freak out or get a little bit nervous because they don't know where to go. But I promise you guys, this step is actually really easy. This is probably the easiest step on here, all right? On your boarding pass, they're gonna give you a gate number, and usually your gate number is also corresponding with a letter, all right? So for example, on this ticket, you see the gate is E47. So what you have to do is follow the arrows that point to the letter. So you wanna find the letter first, okay? So some airports, it might say like gates A through C is this way, or gates D through G are this way. So wherever you know the letter is of what's on your boarding pass, make sure you follow the arrows to that letter, all right? All right, so once you get to the right section of the airport that corresponds to the letter on your boarding pass, then you just gotta find the number. So, all right, so for this example, it says E47. So you're gonna be in the E section, you're gonna walk all the way till you get to gate 47, okay? If your gate is A2, you'll find the A section in the airport, and then you'll walk to gate number 2. And usually once you get to your gate, they have a screen that actually shows your destination. So that's another way you can check to see if you're at the right gate. And for whatever reason, if you're unsure, you feel like you don't know where to go, always ask somebody for help. All right, so once you get to your gate, you just wait to board the plane. And on your boarding pass, they have different zones. So like, all right, so if it says on your ticket you're zone 3, just wait for them to announce, all right, now boarding zone 3. All right, so when they say that, that's when you get up and then you just get on the plane. And then on your ticket, it'll tell you your seat number. And once again, if you're confused about where to sit, ask one of the flight attendants, they'll be able to show you, but it's pretty simple. But yeah, guys, going through an airport, it should not be a scary experience. And once you do it a number of times, you just become a pro at it, all right? But like I told you before, if you got any questions, if you're confused about your trip and you got anything personal that you want to ask me about traveling and things that you're just unsure about, hit me up on my Instagram, JRod600. I also got my email link down below. But I hope that this video helps for anybody who's never traveled through an airport. Don't forget to like and subscribe and catch me on my next video. All right, peace.